The Cambridges visited Cardiff on Jubilee weekend, and a new video has emerged revealing how they got to the party at Buckingham Palace so quickly from the Welsh capital. Of course, they jumped on a helicopter, which was filmed by Cobra Emergency and shared on their YouTube channel. The video shows William, Kate, Charlotte and George whizzing off to Cardiff Castle, where they had a look at the preparations for the special Jubilee concert featuring Bonnie Tyler, Sean Cothey, Aled Jones and more, yesterday. For the lovely pictures of that visit. In a sweet moment, Kate and the children plod over to the helicopter while Dad, William, blows kisses to Lewis, who stayed behind. The family were also taking along fairy cakes they had made, and during their whistle-stop visit to Cardiff they met some of the lineup, including Owain Wynne-Evans, and Princess Charlotte came face-to-face with the goat mascot of the 1st Battalion of the Royal Welsh. After their visit to Cardiff Castle, where Kate wore her favourite Welsh designer's earrings, the quartet shot back to London for the concert at Buckingham Palace, where William and George were seen singing along to Sweet Caroline. The Jubilee celebrations continue today, with a pageant through London and street parties continue around Wales. Prince George and Princess Charlotte were a surprise addition on Kate Middleton and Prince William's outing to Wales on Saturday. Kicking off the third day of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, the Cambridge family, minus 4-year-old Prince Louis, who was likely deemed too young for the visit, visited Cardiff Castle to take in the local celebrations being held in honour of Queen Elizabeth. The day is especially poignant for 8-year-old George, whose visit mirrors his father's first official trip to Wales when he was the same age. Back in March 1991, he joined his mother Princess Diana and father Prince Charles in Cardiff. The excited crowds handed the young prince daffodils, the Welsh national flower, as he went on a walkabout outside Llandaff Cathedral. Their appearance in Wales underlines one of the main objects of the Jubilee weekend, to not only celebrate the Queen's 70-year reign, but to also stress the future and the succession of the monarchy. In George and William, we have 2 future kings and 2 future princes of Wales. The Jubilee is of historic significance, but it's equally an opportunity to show the succession and the monarchy as a whole, a royal source tells People. The children, who held hands with their parents, are meeting performers, including singer Bonnie Tyler, who was honoured by the Queen in her annual birthday awards, and crew involved in a special Platinum Jubilee celebration concert taking place on the grounds of Cardiff Castle. Kate wore her Eponine red coat dress with her de Melier bag and spells of love gold earrings, the designer is Welsh, and Charlotte stepped out in her go-to Amaya coat in navy. At one point, the royals joined the orchestra on stage as they played Welsh singer Tom Jones' hit Delilah. They moved along the stage to then watch a rock drummer do a roll. The live music entertainment will be especially fun for George. Kate previously revealed that the young prince is learning to play the guitar. The family, with Charlotte, 7, clutching her dad William's hand, then went to watch dancers and young musical performers on the castle lawns. As Bonnie Tyler warmed up with Total Eclipse of the Heart, they chatted with some of the food stall vendors preparing for the concert crowd. The family then delighted a small crowd of locals who had been allowed inside the castle before the gates closed. William, who had his arm across his son's shoulder, encouraged George to shake some hands as the excited well-wishers chatted to them. Charlotte was also ushered in to join in the chat. Prince William shared a special moment with Siobhan Lewis, 37, who has cerebral palsy, and her mother Tracy, from Cardiff. Siobhan told the prince that she met Princess Diana when she was at the Peto Institute in Budapest, Hungary. He was happy to hear that and said that he knew she'd been to Hungary a few times, Tracy tells People. All the royals gathered around to chat with her, and Kate was drawn to the bright buckles on her red sneakers. Catherine really loved the sparkles on my shoes, says Siobhan. I gave her a bouquet of flowers. They were sweet, Williams. William said, "How sweet." We both shook all their hands. We knew William and Kate were coming, but it was an added bonus having the children. It was really lovely. They were all wonderfully relaxed and friendly, she says. The family also chatted with a group of local scouts. George and Charlotte asked how I got my badges. Jack Lovett, 12, tells People. And William asked George if he had done similar in Scouts. A fun moment for George and Charlotte came when they were introduced to a goat named Shenkin IV, the mascot of the 3rd Battalion Royal Welsh Regiment. They were very excited to meet him, handler SGT. Mark Jackson tells People. So when I explained that he also helps escort the Welsh rugby team out at the Principality Stadium, Prince George was even more excited by that. Both the children were mesmerized by Shenkin. Shenkin and Sergeant Jackson were among the battalion's band, which was providing a festive musical backdrop as the royals left. It was a beautiful surprise for Cardiff to have the children here and an absolute privilege and honour for us to be here and meet the royals and welcome them to Wales, he adds. The Cardiff event is hosted by presenter Aled Jones and Sean Cothey, and will feature live performances from some of Wales' best-known singers and entertainers, alongside choirs, bands and orchestras. And the performances will finish at 7 p.m. UK time, allowing the audience to then watch the Platinum Party at the Palace on big screens set up on the grounds of the castle. Later today, William and Kate will attend the concert held outside of Buckingham Palace, where William and his father Prince Charles will pay tribute to the Queen in speeches they are set to give on stage. The Queen will take in the festivities while at home at Windsor Castle, where she will be watching on TV. William and Kate's visit to Wales is part of an effort by the royal family to spread out around the UK to thank people for their support during the Jubilee. Princess Anne and her husband Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence visited Scotland on Friday, and Prince Edward and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, are heading to Northern Ireland.